Hello everybody, welcome to group 5. And as you can see on the screen, our topic today is intonation. We are Trần Đức Mạnh, Hồ Thị Bích Ngọc, Dương Quỳnh Phương, Vũ Hồng Nhung, Đặng Bảo Ngân. And now I am Bảo Ngân and I am going to tell about the term intonation. Refer to the way the voice goes up and down in pitch when people are speaking. A fundamental part of the way we express our thoughts, and it enables us to understand and thought of others. Helping to determine meaning, intonation gives us clues about speaker, the attitude or how we feel about what he's saying. Example, you can get idea as to whether someone is interested, bothered, kind, honest, or lying. And the next piece can be understood as the quality of the sound that governed by rate of the vibration producing that sound. Pitch refers to the degree of highness or loudness of a tone. Tone is a certain pattern of pitch movement. The speaker signals whether what he or she says is a statement, agreement, disagreement, question, hesitation, or sign of completion and continuation of turn talking in speech. Tonic syllable is the most stated syllable. When the tone form which is more prominent than the other and will tend to be longer in duration and louder than other stated syllable in the utterance. Tonic syllable is normally the primary stated syllable of the last content word in an intonation brass. Example, I am a student. I will contact and meet him tomorrow. And the next is Quỳnh Phương.
The next part is intonation phrase. Intonation phrase is a string of discover which contain tonic syllables, and a scale can be spoken as one or several tone units depending on the tempo of speech and the speaker's form of communication. The faster a person speaks, the longer and fewer the tone units. The slower the speak and shorter and more numerous the tone units. You can see that examples of silverly the unstraight I'm going to Hanoi for a meeting next Saturday can be said with the power one tone unit as in the first two powers. That mean is two tone units as its second and the three power. However, there are myriad studies that typical one units must be set or by power before afters. Contain one prominence 11 has an intonation contour of its own. And the last it has a grammatically correct internal structure. At a synaptic level, a noun phrase, a verb phrase, and adverb phrase, a present phrase, a clause, or even short simple sentences can be tone units. Second is the function of intonation. Intonation has four major functions, namely as tuner function, as central function, grammatical function, and discover function. First is attitudinal function. Attitudinal function express the speaker their attitude and emotion to topic or as respond to listener statement and as the article meaning to the semantic of the statement. It allows us to express emotion, finally, confidence, interest, pride, doubt, joy, pain, interest, and someone else. This can be done by tune the choice with the is content dependent. Second is grammatical function. Grammatical functions are defined grammar structure in speech, similar to similar to punctuation in writing. It's the claim that English a English a flowing piece movement is associated with statement to rising peak turn to a statement into a yes/no question, as in he's going home. This use of intonation is more typical of American English than British, so you can see this video to uh, learn more about the grammatical function.
The third function is a central function. It is distinguished between old and new information in a utterance and directs the listener's attention to the silent points of the message. For example, she wants to go to cinema. Here, cinema isn't theater or zoo. The next function is uh, the discord function. Discord function is signal the way sequences of utterance are contrasted and or coherent in a spoken discourse. The discourse function of intonation is subdivided into two main areas. The use of intonation to focus the listener's attention on the message that is the most important, and the regulation of conversational behavior. Uh, in the case of attention focusing, the placing of tonic state on the proper syllable on a particular word in the tone unit is the mode of your use. In many cases, the tonic state is placed on the word that is the most important. Sometimes describing the tonic state placement according to information content seems to be more appropriate. If a word's occurrence in a given sentence is more predictable, then the information content of that word is lower too. Tonic state Tonic state tends to be placed on the words with higher information content. Another way in which intonation can assist in focusing mention is the tone chosen. The speakers use different prosodic components to indicate to others that they have finished the speaking, that the other person is excited to speak, that a particular entire response is expected, and the next person.
Yeah, intonation pattern. There are four common style intonation pattern: for, rise, for, and for rise. The intonation serves different function in communication, and how is you depend on context. The first style is falling intonation. Falling intonation describes how the voice fall on the final stretch syllable of a phrase or a group of words. We normally use a false tone in this case. A. The end of a declarative utterance that give a statement. Example: does want to change his car. B. The answer of a reply to a question. Example: when is she leaving? Uh, tomorrow. C. At the end of a WH question, we ask for information. Example: what time did the film finish? D. The answer of comment. Example: write your name here. E. Ask a question tag, just request confirmation or check an agreement rather than a real question. Example: it doesn't seem to bother him much. E. Ask a question tag, just request confirmation or check an agreement rather than a real question. Example: it doesn't seem to bother him much. The is. F. Ask a noun phrase as to a WH word question to clarify the subject or object of the question. Example: how long has she been teaching English? Your sister. Uh, at the end of clause containing new information. Example: see you on Sunday, but I'm going on a holiday. Uh, at the end of indirect or more police request. Example: would you mind helping me? The second type is rising intonation. Uh, rise intonation generally indicates non-finality. It typically occurs in this sequence. A. The end of a tone, a unit, a phrase, or a clause containing the information that has been mentioned, original or implicitly implied. Example: you can not eat late. You have to do more exercise. B. Vocative that indicates your address. Example: Nam, close your door. C. Other question task, yes, so uncertainly and requires answer. Example: you are a new student, aren't you? D. Just no question to make sure about something. Example: are you a teacher? E. Direct request, offer, and suggestion. Example: can I help you? Uh, F. A phrase or WH word question to get the speaker repeats what he or she has said. Example: I have won a lobster ticker. You have won what? At a noun phrase referring to the subject or object of the statement before it. Example, they look so cute. This door is list. Example, she took a hat, a shoe, and an umbrella. The next person.
7.33 Right for intonation. Right for tone convey certainly, exclamation, strong conviction, or strength of feeling of speaker. Right for tone typically occur in the following case. Exclamation. They can be statement, phrase, interjection, yes no question with signal, surprise, excitement, anger. The tone rise at beginning and gradually fall at the end in this circumstance. Example. Alternative question. The tone rise on the first part and fall on the last part after all. Example. Are you having soup or salad? John leaving on Thursday or Friday. Conditional sentence. The tone rise in the first cloud and fall gradually in the second cloud. Example, if he calls, ask him to leave a message. Unless he insists, I'm not going to go. Question functioning as a question. The pitch go up at the beginning and gradually fall at the end. Example, why don't you go to see the doctor? 7.3.4 For rise intonation. Convey hesitation, uncertainty, reluctance, or reservation on the part of the speaker. The tone fall and rise in this circumstance. Incomplete statement signal the speaker unfinished talk. He or she hesitates to fully express his her thought in response. Example, do you like my new handbag? The letter is nice, but I hate it. The end of was cloud was a is followed by a cloud. Example, what she need is doing as much exercise as possible. The end of relative cloud in a collapsed sentence if the information in the cloud is given. Example, where are the biscuits? It is the cat that ate all the biscuits. The end of a suggested answer given by the questioner. Example, where are you going? Shopping mall. What kind of transport are you using today? The car I drove yesterday again. A phrase or a clause showing contract or cooperation if its information is meant to be given. Example, although he worked hard, he can buy a house. 7.3.5 Right or false rise intonation. Subordinate clause or subordinate phrase. Example, while I was doing my homework, she entered. Phonetic communication such as greeting, leave taking, expression of thanks and other social formula. Example, good luck. See you next time. This is the end of our group presentation. Thank you for listening.